name is Lowslick Vibe, at least behind the camera, but in real life I'm a charismatic, young, aspiring man named Ryan Hirschnoffer. I understand many times my music, my ideology, and many of my thoughts are things of controversial satire. But what is not satirical is the condition of autism. Autism is a condition that has been abroad since the early 1900s. It can be related to a range of neurological conditions. The term autism itself comes from the Greek word autos, which translates into self. Many people in which I know, they've had relations, connections to someone with autism. And, despite the uphill battle it can sometimes be, it does have its rewarding moments. But at this moment, I provide those who wish to pursue another chance at helping their autistic child a website that may have some answers. Go to www.healthhomeandhappiness.com and you will learn about what it originally started as roughly an experimental diet. Though with what is to be heard, it is of much success. Some believe this diet may actually be a way to reverse the autism spectrum disorder in your child. The diet is called GAPS, which is a temporary diet that eliminates hard-to-digest carbohydrates, toxic food additives, and foods that are difficult to digest. These foods are removed to heal the gut. And by healing the gut, chronic conditions such as autism, celiacs, food allergies, environmental allergies, eczema, and autoimmune disorders are all healed. Take a risk and give it a chance and go to www.healthhomeandhappiness.com.
Oh, I see your eyes, I felt it all before. Oh, I see your pain, 'cause I'm burning at the core. Love it.
Hi there, Lowslick Vibe. Just recently I tried to do a live broadcast and things did not go quite as expected. So I'm going to record these and just do a video blog, whatever, I don't give a fuck. But anyways, this is the way this works, okay? So the video blog has some pre-selected topics that we get to review. And going through these topics, I have a set of playing cards, okay? I'm going to shuffle them at the beginning of the show, just like so. And then, as we go along, I'm going to select a card, and then that's going to cover our first topic. And then we're going to go until each of these cards are out, and then finally move to this area right here, these little cups. And these little cups each have a poker chip underneath them of different colors. Now, there are different topics that are controversial subjects, and based on the color is in regards to how controversial the subject is. Blue being the least controversial and black being the most. So anyways, without further ado, let's get on with the show. Oh, also, the shows are Mondays and Tuesdays at 9 in the morning, so that's when I'm going to be releasing the videos, around that time from 9 to 10. And then Wednesdays are at noon Pacific time. Thursdays and Fridays are at 1 o'clock afternoon, and weekends are at midnight. So please stick around. Anyways, let's begin. We'll do our first card. We have the 10 of Diamonds. Let's take a look here. 10 of Diamonds. So we're covering art. Picasso. He's fucking cool. Everybody knows that. Very few people know about Picasso Le Pinagio, which is a Broadway play. I don't remember if it was a musical. It was a play that I had taken place in drama class back in high school. I got to play Gaston, the dirty old man, and I'll tell you what, that fucker could pee. Yeah, he could, and that was pretty cool shit. Edgar Allan Poe, well, I don't know much about him. I know he wrote some pretty cool stories, and I know he had a lot of problems. Big ass problems. Like, this dude was fucked up in his head, but you know what? I mean, some of the brightest people are, but you know what? I don't know, just somebody I was talking to today was telling me that Edgar Allan Poe was a piece of shit. So, I'll probably do a little research on that. Most of the time I'm doing this show, though, the topics I'll be covering have been given to me by other people, and I'm kind of improvising, whatever I may think or, ponder about what that topic might be. So we'll continue to the next topic, okay? We got the 7 of Spades, okay? So we'll look over here. Take a look at the 7 of Spades, schizophrenic mental disorder. What is it like? So schizophrenia, when you're not medicated, as you can imagine, is pretty similar to having a team of people that you can't even see teaming up on you. So, you just got to hope that you're in their good graces, because if you're not, they're going to fuck you up, okay? That's the best way to put it. It's just like, if you're on a bad one on that specific day, these voices will not let up. They just keep whispering shit in your ear. They keep talking shit inside your fucking head, and it drives you mad. And there's two other ways you can deal with it. You can be really pissed off, or you can be sad. When you're sad, you shut down. When you're pissed off, you have a psychotic episode. It's really fucking bad. You know, I really feel for people who do not take their medication, because they deal with a lot more problems than I have to, or what other people have to that do take their medications. You know, being medicated is probably the best trick to sticking with it. And medication doesn't need to go as far as prescriptions or anything like that. You could go with freaking a natural source if you wanted to, if it helps, if it makes the voices go away, or if it makes them your friend. Me personally, I've learned to deal with it because I have made them my friends. I talk to them still to this day. I live with the condition. Even being medicated on Invega Sustenna, I still have to live with the condition. But it's like I teach myself to talk to them and have them talk back to me. I give them positive vibes, and in return, they send me positive vibes back. Because through this like little journey I've been on, I've learned that energies are everything. It's pretty much the way people treat you is a reflection of how you treat yourself. That's something that you could think about. So anyways, we'll move on to the next topic. Okay, we'll take out a card. Here we have the Six of Spades right here. Six of Spades right here. I don't know if I have the Six of Spades right now. Oh, right here, Six of Spades. Music, Chopin. Okay, so I don't know how many of you have ever heard the song Nocturne in G minor or C sharp. But there's a pianist named Chopin. I know very little about his history. I know that he was, if I remember correctly, he was German, and he wrote a series of piano music, which was he called nocturnes, and they're just really beautiful. That's the best way I could put it. I mean, don't quote me, okay, because I don't know for sure where he came from or what his history is. I just know his music, and I know that I have fallen in love with it. On several different occasions I've listened to it, and it's really helped me through some tough times. There's a lot of music I like to listen to. Tchaikovsky, or however the hell you pronounce that. A little bit of Mozart, Beethoven, Bach, Vivaldi. These are all things that you could check out if you ever get into a classical niche or whatever you want to do. Just a quick note. I'm letting you know that this is my studio now. I've rearranged my house and got it all set up with lights. And made a little backdrop. If you check this out right here, that's the award I got for tackling an armed criminal, because I'm a crazy motherfucker, dude. That's pretty cool. I got it as an award of recognition. You can go on YouTube, Cypher669, and check it out. That's where I'm getting my award. It was a video of me getting honored by the police station, Winters Police Department. Shout out to them. They saved my ass. The story was like this. Okay, so I'm standing on the front porch. I'm standing on the front porch. I'm talking to my buddy Dylan Klish about this kick-ass sandwich, and then all of a sudden I hear, Winters, please stop or we'll shoot. And so I'm like, hey, dude, I gotta call you back. So I hang up the phone. I take a look down the street, and I see this guy run from the alleyway, over by the Lorenzo's meat market. And as he's running out, I see, two cops trailing behind him, and they're starting to lose, ground. And I see this guy literally run past like 6 different people after the cops had told, somebody stop him, but nobody would. So my reaction, I don't know. I didn't even think about it. Dude. I just fucking hauled ass, dude. I started chasing after the guy. I chased him for about a block and a half. And finally, when I catch up to the guy, he realizes I'm on him. So he turns around, he puts his hands up, he says, I didn't do nothing. And I stopped. I hesitated. But, I was like, fuck that. So, I freaking ended up tackling him anyways. We end up falling to the ground. We're rolling around, struggling for a minute. And we get in a little, physical confrontation. He kicks me in the face. I'm rolling him around on the ground. I'm trying to hit his head on the concrete. But finally, he manages to roll on top of me. He gets his fist raised up like he's about to punch me. And then, I thought that was going to be it. But, bam! I hear this loud, pop. And all of a sudden, Officer Barnett, if you don't mind me using the name Officer, he's standing behind me. And he has the dude hit with a taser, man, for one of those little taser poppers. And the dude's also like, get out from under him. Dude's crawl out. He starts flopping around like a fucking marionette. And, that was the end of that, man. I went and told my uncle, and my uncle was in disbelief at first. He did not believe me for a second when I first told him that, even though I came in breathing all heavy. So I had to get him outside, bring him down the street, show him where all the cops were, fire department. Sure, there's dude I tackled. This shit was pretty cool out there, I tell you. So anyways, move on to the next topic. Here we have 10 of diamonds. Let's take a look. Oh wait, no, I stand corrected. 8 of diamonds, my bad. What do my voices say? They say a lot of crazy shit. My voices are fucking insane. They are like the dark part of my mind that has no censor, and I'm really glad they're not attached to my fucking mouth, okay? Because if they were, people would be afraid of me. I would never make any friends. It's not like I'd really make any friends anyways. That's why I'm in here fucking broadcasting from my room, because I have no friends. But that's okay. That's besides the point. We'll move on. Anyways, yeah, they say some pretty crazy shit, dude. And, like, a lot of it doesn't make sense. They speak in riddles. They say things that are really abstract or vague. And, trying to decipher it is probably the worst part of the condition. I spend hours a day just, trying to, like, make sense of what they say. Thinking that it might be, a window to the future, or maybe, open a perspective, and show me a different angle to something that I may not have seen before. So, without specifics, I can never mention specifically what they say because that is part of the condition too. I don't want to tell anybody what they're saying in my head or what they're saying in my ear or whatever because, it's nobody's business, it's mine. And it's twisted shit, man. That's just the best way to put it. So we'll move on to the next topic. Next topic, Six of Hearts. Let's take a look here. Six of Hearts. Quick philosophy. If I could give one quick philosophy about life and the things I've learned in this mission and this journey on this planet, I think it would be patience is everything. When you're a patient person, when you wait for what it is that you want, eventually it's going to come to you. It may not necessarily come in the form of falling on your lap. It may not come in the form of, just slapping you in the face, like you wanted it to. It's not going to come in the form of $1 million. If you can't commit to labor, dude, you're not going to be a famous rapper. If you can't freaking work towards your dream, towards your goal, then it's not going to come to you. But if you're patient and you gently and slowly pursue your career and your dream, then yeah, you may make it. I haven't made it yet. I'm still working my way towards it. I am trying to find new things every day to do, to pursue my talents, to pursue my career, to make sure that I get the practice that I need to make it forward. And some people, they have luck with it, some people they don't. I'm trying to make sure that I do work in a fashion that becomes a career. That's what I'm trying right now. So the best philosophy I can give you is, that patience. Just if you want something, it's going to be patience, dedication, and commitment. Build whatever it is that you want on a solid foundation, dude. It's not too different from a relationship, okay? And, also a personal opinion is, people ask me, why would I think relationships fail? Is because, a lot of people, they don't take the time to get to know the person they're getting with. Most people fall into this quick romance, and they don't take time to get to know each other. It happens within 2 weeks. Next thing I know, they're just head over heels for each other. And trust me, man, I know a lot about this. Okay, they never took the time. So me and my current girlfriend, we've been together for 2 years, 2.5, and the first year we weren't even together. We were just best friends. We just learned who each other was and kind of what grounds we were stepping in, and things kind of worked out on its own. And we had ended up building our relationship on a solid foundation, not as lovers, but as best friends. A lot of people, they always complain about the friend zone and shit. And a lot of women put guys in the friend zone. But the thing that you need to realize is that when you're in the friend zone, or when you're putting somebody in the friend zone, you're kind of cheating yourself, dude, because that person that's your best friend, that you constantly remind, man, I wish I could just find a guy like you, that's the guy you should be with. Or, vice versa, that's the girl you should be with. You shouldn't put them in the friend zone if that's the person you cherish and that's the person you have a great idea about. That's what you want to be with. Why fucking look around that person when they're right there in front of your fucking face? Go with that person, dude. You have a foundation, you have a friendship. And that's a start, and as long as you can solidify that friendship and turn it into a concrete relationship, you have a long-lasting love. Just don't change it. You can be friends and you can be lovers, but you don't have to change the relationship, dude. You can be together and still be friends, dude. That's the whole point. It's a companionship. You guys are a team, and you gotta push forward. Anyways, that's my little philosophy on life. We'll move on to the next topic. Jack of Diamonds. Take a look here. Jack of Diamonds, celebrities, the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. I believe it is coming out this November of 2015, and I'm pretty excited. I just recently got caught up on it, and it was a really great, movie. The whole set. I watched the first Hunger Games maybe 2 years ago, and it was really nice. I thought it was cool. And then the other ones came out, but I never got to watching them. I'm starting to get caught up on The Walking Dead as well. But as I'm watching them, it was really powerful, especially when she started singing the Hanging Tree, and that whole little sequence, and the people start running towards the hydroelectricity plant. They're just like taking bullets, like whatever, dude, we don't care, we ain't got nothing left. That's true power right there, dude. You want to talk about a powerful scene, man? That's like, You know, maybe the music mixed with the scene made it extra powerful, but, you know, just seeing these people run, you know, and I know it's cinematics, whatever, but it's a message. These people are running, and they have nothing left to live for, and all they have is to run forward and get these bombs to the dam to give the rebels, you know, a chance to get through. And, you know, just getting slaughtered, dude, but they don't care. They're pushing forward. They're not fleeing. They're not getting scared. They're not getting pushed back. They're like, fuck you, we're coming to take over. And they did. They successfully had launched their attack. And I thought it was just a beautiful sequence. Anyways, to the next topic. Seven of Hearts. Take a look here. Pardon me. Seven of Hearts, right here. ISIS, my own personal opinion. Okay, ISIS, those fuckers. I got a lot of opinions about that, dude, and so does everybody else in America, okay? Anyone in the right mind wouldn't have an opinion about that. ISIS, well, they are evil motherfuckers. That much is true. They are sick and twisted, and they are out to kill. You know, as far as their origins or whatever, you know, that could be one of the controversial topics, okay, dude? I mean, shit. I mean, there's already speculation going around that the CIA may have a hand in creating them or whatever. That, you know, it's like they could be government made, you know. And then I start questioning, okay, because I was doing a little research. Okay, now there's the Turkish rebels, and they have a website on Facebook where you can actually join their military. You can actually join them, go overseas, whatever, and they'll arrange it, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, if you look deeper into it, you know, I think it said that it was illegal. And the only thing I could think about that, you know, because, like, why would it be illegal if they're fighting ISIS? You know, and it's like, you know, they can't be enemies of America unless they were fighting against America. And then it's like, well, ISIS, you know, what if they're working for America? Therefore, Turkish rebels are fighting against America, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's, I don't know, it's like, I really need, like, I can't say too much about this because everybody does have an opinion. And, you know, most of us feel the same way. ISIS sucks. Fuck them bastards. They can all rot in hell. Okay, you know, it's, other than that, though, I don't know. Yeah, just screw them. Screw you ISIS. Fuck you fuckers. Okay, anyways, moving on to the next topic. I'll get too passionate about that one. So, 8 of clubs. 8 of clubs. My thoughts on drug use and mental disorder. Well, think about it like this, okay? There is no bipolar disorder, okay? There is drug addiction disorder. And as simple as that, okay? If you're addicted to drugs, then you're going to have that chemical imbalance. When you're high, you're feeling happy. When you're withdrawn, you're feeling sad or you're feeling fucking pissed off, okay? It's simple as that. And, you know, that's often what creates bipolar disorder, in my opinion, okay? I don't know if there's any documents talking about it or even if there's mentionings of it in psychiatry, but that is my thought and opinion about it. You know, I mean, I've witnessed it firsthand with many friends that I've been with, and, you know, it's that up and down, dude. You know, when you get high, you withdraw. You get high, you withdraw. And then consequently, you know, while you're up, you're doing all this shit, you're manic because, you know, you're feeling good. And then the next thing you know, you're down, dude, because you have nothing left. You're freaking in the depths of fucking darkness and you don't want to fucking move forward at all. So you're fucking hiding in your room. All the blankets are up on the window. You're in the little corner. You don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to see nobody. It's fucking miserable. So that's my thoughts on drugs and mental disorder. And the last topic is 10 of spades. Take a look here. 10 of spades, current status of fluffy kittens. Well, god damn it, they're fucking cute. Anyways, moving on to the controversial subject. I have each cup arranged, and it has been placed a chip by one of my friends, so I do not know which chip is under which, except for that one. Yeah, I'll just pretend I didn't see that, okay? Let me get back to this real fast to look at the topics. Okay. So once again, black is the most controversial subject, where blue is the least. The ones in between are kind of like medium topics, okay? So, first we're going to mix these cups up a little bit. I'm going to point the camera down this way right here so you guys can take a good look. Zoom in. How that works. Okay, so let's go ahead and split these up, and this will be the first one. Here we have the red chip. It's kind of a medium topic. Okay, so red, feminists versus man-haters. Let's go ahead and zoom back out real fast. Go up here. Feminists versus man-haters. Okay. For women who believe they are feminists, if you are a feminist, you believe in true equality, which means, you know, you don't look at me and think you're a man and you're a horrible, despicable, misogynistic pig. That's not what you're thinking. You're thinking, you know what? I'm on the same level as you. And you're on the same level as me. And we can shake hands and look each other in the eye and just be on the same level. It's cool. Get equal pay. Do equal things. I'll cut my hair in the military, you'll cut your hair in the military. It's all good. Don't ask, don't tell. I'll be gay, you be gay, I'll be straight, you be straight, do whatever the fuck you want, as long as we're equal. We're standing on the same fucking level, okay? But if you're looking at me like I'm a piece of shit because I'm a man, because I got a dick, you're a man hater. And you can't see it any other way, because you know what? Every other feminist is looking at you like you're a fucking man hater, okay? Feminists don't believe in inequality. They don't believe in freaking, oh, we want to be equal, but men suck and they're less than us, because that's not the way feminists work, okay? Feminists believe in true equality, and I respect that, dude. If you're a true feminist, I have no problem with you, because I do see you on the same level as me. I can see you eye to eye. I can shake your hand. That's cool. It's all okay. But if you're a man hater, you can go fuck yourself, okay? Because I fucking hate man haters. Because you know what? I don't hate women. I've been fucking treated like shit by women most of my life, okay? It's been a fucking reoccurring thing. Luckily I ended up finding a woman that treats me okay. But that doesn't mean I hate all women. And you shouldn't hate all men, fucking thinking that we're all the same just because you had a few bad experiences, okay? I understand that, rape culture, blah, 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 it sucks. I get it, okay? Rape is a horrible experience, and I'm sorry that anybody has to ever go through that. I'm sorry that, they have to experience that kind of trauma. But for you to sit back and blame all of mankind for a situation that was a result of somebody who was mentally disordered, somebody who had a mental situation up here that wasn't quite right in their fucking head, dude, is like, blaming all of humanity for, the shit that ISIS pulls off. It's the same fucking thing, okay? It's like horrible things are done by men and women every single day. It doesn't matter, okay? You read the news, dude, there's plenty of women that are fucking killing their kids off because they can't handle the commitment of parenthood. So just sit the fuck back and, try to be equal instead of being a fucking man hater, okay? Because then we could all get along a lot nicer. And, I'm sorry if I triggered your fucking woman hate, but, if you're a true feminist, then respect, okay? Alright, moving on to the next controversial subject. That was the red chip. We're now moving this one right here. Let's take a little look here. We will remove this. And here we have the blue chip. Least controversial subject is how old should a child be before he can walk around his town or home alone on his own? Okay. Now, I have a very strong opinion about this because of the way I grew up, but this also depends on your environment. Okay, I grew up in small town Kansas, and when I was really young, about 5 or 6, Mom had given us our freedom to wander around, check out the neighborhood, check out the town, and consequently, we suffered from experiencing a lot of nature, and we experienced a lot of fucking friendships and going to the park and seeing things aside from a fucking TV screen. Consequently, it was a really fucking traumatic experience, and I'm sorry if any child ever has to go through that. Sadly, in modern times, this does seem to be a pretty traumatic experience, and it's like, look, okay, I get it. If you're in the city, that is a problem, okay, and you need to keep an eye on your kids because there's twisted people in the city. The city is a dangerous place. But if you're in a small fucking town like Winters, California, or like fucking Woodland, California, sure, bad things could happen, dude, but I mean, as long as they stay at a reasonable distance of the fucking home, it might be safe, places like fucking LA, fuck no, dude, don't have your kid wandering around on his own, dude. I wouldn't even have my fucking teenager kid wandering around on his own, like the fucking safest age to fucking wander by yourself in LA or fucking Stockton or Compton or some shit like that would be like 40, okay, dude? You want to fucking travel in packs in those places, because guess what? Those bad guys out there, they're going to fuck you up. They're traveling in packs too. So, it's probably best to just stick together. It's not really an age thing. It's more of like, a fucking wolf pack mentality. And you want to be sure that your pack is a little bit stronger. But small towns, parents shouldn't be tripping. Just let your kids go to the park. Let your kids do whatever the fuck they want to do. Because you know what? If you've raised your kid the right way, and they see something going on that they don't trust, they'll be smart enough to fucking run away, dude. So, just like, if they die, I'm terribly sorry. And you have our condolences as the human race. And, I really hope that things get better. But other than that, yeah, dude, freaking, sometimes you gotta grant kids some freedom aside from being locked away in a fucking house in front of a screen. Because, they're never gonna learn that way. They're not gonna get to see the world or experience the universe. What would be the point of life? Just to sit in front of a screen. There's no experience there. There is no life. Anyways, that all aside, I really hope that your kids do get to experience a few nice memories in life. If it's a nice night and you got the moon out there, it's nice, cool and brisk, and it's really fresh, take them out on a trail. You know, go as a family if you don't want them to go alone. You know, spend some time with them as a family, okay? I understand that we as adults, we have our own freaking problems, okay? But you know what? It doesn't hurt to spend a little time with your kids. You know, you can't just be putting them in front of a TV or a computer all the fucking time, because then there's resentment issues. Or then there's this, you know, self-entitlement issue, you know? Freaking, it's just like giving into a screaming child. It's like, why would you do that? When you give into a screaming child, what are they going to learn in life? You know, they're not going to learn discipline. They're not going to learn how to take care of themselves. They're going to learn, oh, I scream and I get what I want. You know, then they're going to try to think that's, you know, something that will get them through life. And then, you know, one day they're going to scream and cry to the wrong fucking person and get a fat fucking lip. So, you know, just give these things some thought. You know, and maybe next time, you know, before you decide, you know, well, first, you know, before you decide you're going to take away your child's freedom to go experience, you know, Earth, you know, you might want to sit back and think, well, maybe I should, you know, at least spend some time with him just to ease that, you know, troubled mind of his now, since he's missing out on reality. Anyways, we're moving on to the next topic, okay? Here we have our next cup. Bam! We got black. Most controversial subject. All right, here we go. So, black is white people are racist and black people are criminals. Okay, so yeah, once again, I have some opinions about this, and this is a pretty controversial subject, you know, with all the recent shootings and the Mike Brown situation. But look, black and white people are not defined by the color of their skin, okay? You know, and as, you know, colored people, you should know, you know, Martin Luther King had many sayings about this, you know, that not to judge somebody by the context of not to judge somebody by the color of the skin, but the context of their character, okay? And then white people, you know, we constantly get the rap of being racist, you know, and we're not, you know, it's like racism goes both ways, okay? Everybody can be a racist and everybody can be a criminal. It's life, you know, and it's human nature, okay? You get to choose what path you go in life. And if you choose to be a criminal, it doesn't matter what your skin color is. It doesn't matter. All that matters is where your mind is at, dude, and what kind of criminal you're going to be. People will become criminals regardless of color. It's all about color of mind, not color of skin. And so you have to remember that, dude. The energies you put out, that's not about your skin, dude. That's about your color of your heart, man, the color of your mind. You know, and you know, for this racist bullshit, this back and forth frickin', well, you hate us, we hate you, oh, you made us slaves, or frickin', oh, you robbed my house. It's bullshit, okay? And you need to get rid of this illusion, because, you know, it's an illusion that was created by a higher power to keep us separated, because as long as we're separated, we are weak, okay? As humans, we stand strong, and we outnumber our enemies 100 to 1, dude. But as colors and religions, you know, age, whatever the hell you want to put it, dude, we're separated. We're small little portions that can be evenly fucking taken out. So, you know, the next time you're thinking this guy's a racist just because he's white, or this guy's a criminal just because he's black, you need to sit back and look, well, maybe he's just human, just like me. Maybe he bleeds red blood, and maybe he has a soul and thoughts and compassion, and fucking he has desires and dreams just like I do. You know, but people spend too much time focusing on what they see in the mirror instead of what they're seeing in front of their actual eyes. You know, so just stand back, open your eyes a little bit, and take a look at the world, dude, because there's more out there than what the media tells you. There's more out there than what cinematics tell you and what movies tell you, dude. It's all about what you feed your brain, dude. You know, give your mind good food. Don't feed it with bullshit. Because the more you feed it with bullshit, the more your mind becomes corrupted. Just like a little computer virus, dude. Slowly eating away your computer until it runs slower and slower and slower, and then bam, it shuts down, dude. And once it shuts down, there's no turning it back on. So, you know, be aware of these things. You know, you just need to be conscious. You need to be aware that we are the human race. We are not the black race. We are not the white race. We are the human race. We are beings. We are evolved beings with an intellect. We have intelligence. We think. We feel. You know, we have personalities. We have traits. Dude, there's so much more than our skin color. There's so much more than what our history says about us. So just sit back and remember, we're not black. We're not white. We're not Jewish. We're not German. We're human beings. Anyways, last order of business. We're taking our last poker chip color, which is white, which is a medium controversial subject, which is Democrat or Republican. So, people have asked me before, am I Democrat or Republican? I am neither, and I'll tell you why. Because as a Democrat or Republican, you're just still voting for the same fucking people, okay? It doesn't matter. The term Democrat or Republican is just giving you an illusion of choice. It's a left or right choice, and it's stupid. It's fucking because they're all working for the same person. They have the same agenda. They just want you to believe that you actually have a freedom of choice and that you have a way to alter their policies and a way to, change the direction that America's going in. But the simple fact is, dude, they got so many strings on this fucking country, there's not much we can do anymore. And let's just take a look back at everything I've talked about, okay? Especially, the race, religion, creed thing, okay? As long as they keep you separated based on your race, based on your religion, and based on everything else about you, dude, everything else, about, freaking the mainstream media tells you, well, there's this group of people, there's this group of people. As long as they keep telling you that and feeding you that, and as long as you keep believing it, guess what? They're going to keep us separated, and we're going to dwindle down, dude. Because, in smaller numbers, it's easier for us to be picked off, dude. You got to understand, man, the only way we can actually rise against, a political party like that is not based on what our color is. It's based on the fact that we're human beings and that we've had enough. More powerful to say we're Americans, okay? And there was a time when Americans had the freedom to do whatever the fuck they wanted, but now the government's coming in, raising your kids for you. You spank your kid, CPS comes in and tries to take your kid away. What kind of bullshit is that? Okay? You have every right as a parent to program your child the way you want to, because guess what? It's your creation. You and your wife put your DNA together to make this little computer for you to program, put your little thoughts into, okay? Not for the government to do that, okay? And for you to think for a second that, they have the right to raise your kid for you is fucking bullshit. Okay? You have every right to raise your child as you wish. If you want to beat the shit out of them, guess what? I got the shit beat out of me. I survived, whatever, dude. My brothers did too. And you know what? When mom and dad weren't beating the shit out of us, me and my brothers were beating the shit out of each other. Because that's just the way it fucking worked back then. And you know what? Came out perfectly fine. Okay, sure, I got a mental disorder, but that was a whole different subject. That wasn't because of the way I was raised. That was because of drug use, a lot of deaths, in my life, and I experienced a lot of trauma. And it had nothing to do with the way I was raised. It had everything to do with bad situations, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and witnessing shit that I should not have witnessed at the age that I was. And that was just based on the crowd I was hanging around, not my parents. Most of the time, like, my mom tried to stop me from hanging out with those people, but I fucking refused because I was stubborn, I was going through teenage angst, and I did it anyways. And I got really good fucking knowledge out of it, but unfortunately, I dealt with a few side effects. So just look. We can either choose to let them separate us, or we can stand as one. Just remember, human race, Americans. Not black, not white. Really, it's like every color is the same when you stop to think about it. I mean, sure, they can contrast differently. They can look extremely different. Completely opposite. But this is no different than this. Look at this. Each hand is opposite. Look, this hand even has rings. But you know what? They're the same fucking hands. They're on the same body. They both work from my mind. And together, both of these hands, they could build a building. They could build a studio. They could write in a book. They could portray a picture. There's two sides of the puzzle, but you got to understand that both of these sides are connected to one thing. And all of us connected together, we're all one. But you sit back, you spend too much time thinking about how different we are instead of how much we have in common. So just give us a thought. We're Americans. We're from another country, it doesn't matter. But the simple fact is, no ocean can separate the fact that we all have red blood. We all have the same, similar genetics. And we all have thoughts, aspirations, and dreams and hopes. But too many people get caught up in what the media tells us, and what teachers tell you you're supposed to be. Tell you that you're not supposed to be a certain way because it's going to lead to this. They tell you not to look up because you have to look down. The sky, it doesn't have any answers for you, they say. No, you have to look at numbers, and you have to look at these documents and sign these papers. That's not what life is about. It's not about documents and papers. Life is about taking things at face value. Going out and smelling the grass. Play at the creek. See a dead animal, poke it with a stick. But too many people forget about what life is about. Because we spent too much time watching that fucking box. without the right message getting through. So you think about it. Give it some thought. I know this is heavy. That's just the way I'm built, dude. I fucking have a heavy mind, man. It's something I live with every day. But I really hope that you listen to this, and I really hope that you think about it. But anyways, without further ado, this is the Low Sick Vibes Show, and I will be doing this pretty much every week. Weekends off. Monday and Tuesday is going to be at 9 o'clock in the morning. Wednesdays is going to be at noon. This is all Pacific time, I believe, California time. You can look it up. I'm not sure. I haven't looked it up yet. And then Thursdays and Fridays, well, actually Thursdays are going to be at 1 o'clock, and then Friday night is going to be at midnight. And that's when I'm posting these or broadcasting. I still need to work out some details on the broadcast. I tried tonight, and it didn't quite turn out the way I'd wanted it to be. So I just decided to record this copy for you, and it kind of works out. Yeah, and originally I was going to like put a little music to it and shit, but I don't think I need to, because I think the subtle silence kind of adds an atmosphere. Anyways, God bless, and America, stay strong. You know, we've gotten through a lot of shit, and as Americans, we'll still get through this. So salute. Take care, guys. Godspeed.